This is part 2 of a video. You can find the link to part 1 in the comments or in the description. This part of the video really explains a lot about how bakudeku works in my opinion, and both videos belong to my canon AU. Warning, there is a lot of angst in this one. Hope you like it.
This is stupid. As if saying a bunch of truths will open the beeping door. Don't yell so loud. We're trapped in a room and I'm right next to you. Excuse me. Am I being too loud? Well, beeping, deal with it. I am beeping angry. The door glows lightly. Kachan super surprised face. What? Face that can't believe something actually happened and points at the door. Bakugou turns to look at the door. Indeed, half of one side of the door is glowing. Why is it doing that? You must have said something it liked. Repeat everything you just said. Face that really doesn't want to do as it's told. Kachan. Fine. Excuse me. Am I being too loud? I don't think that was it. That doesn't sound like some truth reveal kind of thoughtful face. Anyway, that's not it. Next, I am beeping angry. The half door glows a bit brighter. That's it. But you're always angry. So what is the door hinting at exactly? What does he really want you to say? Kind of thoughtful face. Kachan. Why are you angry? Because Pinky locked us together in a room. The door lowers its glow a bit. I'm not beeping, lying. Holds his hands up in a defensive stance. I believe you, I believe you. But it must not be the truth the room wants. It must be looking for something very specific kind of face. What else are you angry about? I don't know. The glow dims more. The room says you do, no pointing at the door. What about you, Hug? Your side isn't even glowing one shiny bit. I don't know what this room wants from me. I said some stuff but apparently I wasn't even close kind of face. And just because of that I'm supposed to go through 20 questions? Well, ask me if you want to. I don't know what to beeping ask you. Well then let's figure out what you're angry about. I don't want you meddling into my business. Well then what do you want, Kachan? Do you even know? Bakugou looks taken aback. You're always like this when I'm involved. I'm so tired of your attitude. Why can't you be like you used to? Covers his mouth with his hand because he just realized what he said. The other side of the door starts glowing brightly. Bakugou looks at the door. Silence. Is that your truth? That you're tired of me? Uncomfortable silence. I will beep. Guess we have the same beepy secret then. What do you mean? You wanna know what I'm angry about? I'm not angry about something. Kachan, wait, if you don't want it, too late for that now, isn't it? You wanted to know? Well, I'm not angry about something. I'm angry at someone. I'm angry at me. So yeah, there you go. Open up doors so I can get the hell out of here. The doors shine very brightly, but they don't open. Deku walks closer to Bakugou. Why are you angry at yourself, Kachan? Probably same reason why you're tired of me. I'm not tired of you. Don't lie, I'm not. I'm tired of your attitude, of how you behave. Silence. I didn't want to be like this. You know, you didn't? Silence as he thinks about whether he should tell him this or not for a minute. I was the best. What do you just let me talk? Okay, I was the best. I had everyone at my feet. I was drunk on that feeling even as a child. And then this kid, who had always been beneath me, he's suddenly so close. He's next to me, holding out his hand. He says, I want to be like you. He smiles. He can't be like me. He can't ever be like me. He physically can't. But he doesn't accept that. And he smiles. He smiles, with his hand outstretched. Why is he smiling? Why is he always smiling? Why am I afraid of that smile? And why do I always want to see it? So I decided that these feelings that made me uncomfortable would disappear if that smile went away. Kachan. It went away easily at first. Just a word. Just a laugh. Just a push. That's all I needed to do. And I was the best again. And I had no doubts. But somehow, that smile always came back. How did it come back? Why was it still so bright? Over time, it needed more and more to disappear. An insult. A glare. A kick. I just needed to do whatever had to be done to make it go away. But still, this kid, this beeping kid was always smiling next to me again. Always so kindly, always so brightly. And when this happened, I thought he was better. He was always better than me. So if he's better, and I'm not the best, what am I? Who am I? I didn't know. So I did what I had to do to make it go away. That feeling. Those questions. And it got worse every time. Until I went too far. I mean, I had already gone too far. But I crossed the last line. The one I should have never been close to. That day in our last year of middle school. I was looking at your back when I said it. I left the room as soon as I did. I wondered what your expression might have been that day. I didn't dare to find out. I just left. I made up excuses about why I said that to you. I didn't even know what I was doing. A thought passed through my mind. What if he doesn't come back at all? Suddenly, I was terrified. Terrified of never seeing that smile again. I didn't understand. I'd felt this fear sometimes before, but suddenly it consumed me. It consumed me even more than my own doubts. Then that slime beep got me, and you came running to me. You were terrified but you came running to me. You were terrified but you tried to save me. You were terrified, but somehow you smiled. And of course my dumb ass was angry again that day. Mostly at you, for smiling. But there was a new kind of anger too. I went to sleep that day angry at myself for the first time. And there were two reasons for it. The first one was that I realized I'd never beat you. Coming to save me even though you were scared beepless and smiling at me. I would never beat you. You were better. Silence. What was the other reason? I realized that the fear of losing you and you never coming back was stronger than the fear of not knowing who I was supposed to be. That there would be nothing worse than you leaving forever. That the reason why I wanted that smile to come back was because I loved it. And I loved you. Kachan. Of course I tried to deny it at first. I mean, you were bakudeku. Come on. But from then on, I couldn't ignore that knowledge. I kept on treating you the way I did. But now I felt so guilty every time. At one point I started to try to change. To try to treat you better. But of course I didn't know how to talk to you without being an asshole. The guilt got worse. That guilt and my anger morphed together into hate. And it was all directed at myself. And honestly I deserve it. I mean someone at least has to hate me for how I treat you. And if it wasn't going to be you. But according to the door, you do hate me. So I guess that makes it two of us. Bakugo's side of the door is fully glowing as silence takes over the room. Thank gosh. What? You feel remorse. You have no idea how long I have been wondering if what I was doing was for nothing. If you were completely gone. I was about to give up. What do you mean? Kachan, I have always admired you. Adored you even. Ever since we were kids. That day when you fell over the bridge and I stretched my hand out to help you up. I didn't know what had happened. But you'd suddenly become someone else. We had been so close. Yeah, you were way too conceited. But I had never minded that you were like that. To be honest, I liked how confident you were in yourself. I know I wasn't.
I wanted to be like you. But most importantly,
I wanted to be next to you. We were together all the time, but suddenly you pushed me away. And I didn't even know why. When I asked you wouldn't say. I wanted for things to go back to the way they were. So what could I do other than continue to treat you like I'd always done before? Running to you with a smile. And that's what I did. Every single time. Even though sometimes I did not want to. I held on to the hope you'd change someday. I thought I was crazy. Doing the same thing over and over expecting a different result. I was actually about to drop it all. Since that slime attack some months ago, I noticed you were somewhat different. But you were still BP to me. Very much so. Enough so that I was willing to just stop trying even though there seemed to be some hope. But now, I don't have to. And I don't have to keep on trying either. I don't understand. I do. I finally understand what happened. And I finally understand you. Now that I know all of this, I don't need to try anymore. I can just be. Silence. So how do you feel about me now? To be honest, I feel a lot of things towards you. But above all of them, the feeling that sticks out the most, the strongest one, is the one I felt back then. One of my first feelings for you. Which is, I adore you. What? So you worship me, like an admirer or something? Not known to many. The word adore has many meanings, Kachan. Sure, it can mean worship. But it also means to love and respect someone deeply. I just used the latter definition. Are you confessing to me right now? I guess you could say so, smiling face. You confessed first. But romantically? Yes. So, you forgive me? No. Slightly taken aback silence because his answer was very blunt and fast. Let me explain. I know you were going through some struggles yourself and it's in part why you did all of what you did to me. But it's not an excuse. I am not ready to forgive you. I can't just ignore how hurt I was and still am by years and years of your terrible attitude and actions. I'd be lying if I said I forgive you. That's understandable. But, if you'd like to, we could try to figure out how to act towards each other again. Without hostility, and without covering up any feelings out of fear. I'd really like that, to be honest. So what? You want to hang out or something? We could go from there. Warm smiling face. Considering silence. I'll take it. Bakugou looks at a smiling Deku. You've changed. Especially in these past few months at UA. I did. I like who I'm becoming. Me too. Was that a compliment? Super surprised smiling face because that is very rare from him. Shut up. Super laughing faces galore because that is such a Kachan reaction. I guess I've never said it yet. Said what? I'm really sorry for everything that I did to you. Kachan. You're changing too. Grinning face. I hope I am. It's pretty darn hard. Click. With both sides shining extremely brightly, the door is now open. Beeping finally. Guess that's what the room wanted for us to say to each other. I'm glad it all worked out. Kind of smiling face. Let's get the hell out of here. And turn Pinky to dust. Her name's Mina. How can you still not know our classmates' names? Kind of face. She'll be pink dust from now on. Maybe we shouldn't be too hard on her. I don't know how she did it, but apparently she knew stuff about ourselves that we didn't. And I think she was just trying to help us. Do you remember how you felt like you'd been trapped here for a week? Maybe just a little bit of dust. Smiling face that wants revenge upon remembering that feeling. Together, they walk out of the room. Mina survived. Much later, she was even thanked. The end.
I hope this could shed some light on bakudeku for those who don't understand it. I really like this video. Hope you do too. See you in the next one, guys.